guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to the review of this brand new Audi Q8. So this is the brand new Audi flagship SUV model. It is actually based on the Q7, drives on the same platform, and as a matter of fact drives on the same platform as a Lamborghini Urus. It is an SUV with a coupe shape, and now finally Audi has an opponent to the BMW X6 and Mercedes GLE Coupe. So we have a key here, and we're gonna take a closer look at this car. So on the front, you have this massive single frame grille, which is filled with radars and sensors, because this car has up to 39 assist systems. Then you have these matrix LED lights, and if you look closely, this black part is also part of the light. They hide the high beams there, and I love the way they connected the grille with the headlights. Okay, so compared to the Q7, it is slightly shorter, but it's still almost 5 meters long, and it is also wider and lower than the Q7, so it looks much more stylish and aggressive in my opinion. Moving on to the side, you will immediately spot the roof line in coupe style, and this massive 22-inch wheels, which come standard on the S-line trim that this car has, as you can see. Another cool feature are these frameless doors, look. So, like on some sport car. But now let's move on to my favorite part of the car, which is the back. And I'm gonna turn on the lights first. So just look at this. The connected tail lights with this nice illumination, and you also have this black bar, and I think this is one of the best looking SUVs in the market, and especially the rear of the car, it's really impressive. Now I want to ask you one thing. Do you maybe remember which Audi model had a similar thing? And I'm not talking about the new A7 or the A8, I'm talking about the older model. So does anyone remember? If not, I will tell you now. It was the AUDI Quattro actually that had the connected taillights and the black bar. So I think this is some kind of a tribute to their legendary model, and it's very cool. As you can see, this is the 50 TDI Quattro. They have the new names for their models. I will explain it in the description box. But basically this means it's a 3-liter diesel with 286 horsepower. However, there is one thing I don't like about the rear, which is this. Come on, the fake exhaust, so you have nothing here. And it's interesting because actually I read somewhere that one of the designers of Audi said that people don't really care about the exhausts, and that's why they do it. I think that people care. I don't know, tell me in the comments, do you mind this exhaust, or would you want a real one? Okay, so let us now open the trunk. And as you can see, plenty of room here. You have 605 liters without folding the seats. If you fold the seats, you get 1,755 liters, so more than enough. You have these LED lights here, and this is the interesting part. So because the car has an air suspension, with these buttons you can lower it so that you can get your luggage inside easier. And this part, there are some features that you can put here, some things that hold your luggage in one space, which can be very useful. And also I have to say that the materials here are also nice. So tell me in the comments what you think about design of this car. Do you like it? Okay, so we saw the exterior of the car, and let us now move on to the interior of the car, which is a great place to be, believe me. Look at this. So you are immediately greeted with this 12.3-inch digital cockpit, one of the best of its kind, and with this little button you can choose different views and different options that you have, the car information about your mobile phone or stuff like that. I prefer to have it this way, so the speedometer and the navigation like this. Then we have this central 10.1 inch screen, which basically you can control everything through here. So you have the home button, you have the radio, media, telephone, navigation, car, everything you choose. Here, speaking of the car, you have the AUDI Drive Select, which enables you to use different driving modes. So look at this, if you put it in off-road, this is the interesting part. Car will actually lift itself up, and I can feel it now that it's moving up because it, of course, of the, as I mentioned, the air suspension. Sorry. Then we have the all-road, the efficiency, comfort, auto, and dynamic. And now when we have the off-road mode on, the car is 250 millimeters from the ground, and when we have the dynamic mode, car is actually 90 millimeters lower than that, and 40 millimeters lower than in the comfort mode, which is the standard mode for this car. Another thing I want to talk about is this screen. So this is the additional, the third screen, where you can control the AC, where you can control the seats, adjust the seats. You have a start-stop button here also, and heating of the seats and stuff like that. So I'm gonna ask you, do you prefer to change the AC stuff and controls on the touchscreen or the buttons? Now a lot of people will probably say buttons, which is, I say, easier, but this looks way better, so I think it's obviously why they choose it. And also you have this voice command, and you can very easily adjust the temperature and the AC blower and stuff like that with your voice, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to get your eyes off the road in order to change this. You can just press the voice control and do it with your voice. As you can see, materials are really high quality, as you would expect from a car like this. You have this nice ambient lighting, which I think looks very cool, and you can choose, of course, between different colors. The Quattro logo is actually illuminated, so looks very cool. I want to show you another very cool feature of this screen. So if we put the navigation system on, and if we put the search mode on, you'll see that this screen actually becomes your place for writing. So let's say I want to go to Paris. I will just write down Paris by my hand. It's easier than typing, you know, when you put the navigation system here in the cars, it usually takes a long time to type in. And here, just look, you have the exact location, Paris, France. So really nice and cool feature, and actually makes your life much easier. What else we have here? So we have the 8-speed automatic gearbox. We have the button for the handbrake, compartment for the drinks. Glove box is also here. Can't see much, but has a lot of room. This car actually has the sunroof, and you can, oh sorry, it's not focusing, but you see, and we're gonna close it immediately. And also this okay, so I think this was it from the front, and now let us move on to the back of the car to see how much space does this car have, because as I mentioned, it has a coupe style roofline, and a lot of people want to know how is it to sit on the back for the adults, and now I will show you. Okay, so good news guys, there will be no problems, because look at this, I'm 1.86 meters, I still have headroom, and for my legs I have plenty of room, and I adjusted my front seat for myself, so there should be no problem at all. Really good job. And another feature that this car has, it's optional, you can move this, as you can see, so I can move the whole seat, and get extra space for the luggage or extra space for me if I want to. So when it comes to the interior and the space, it's really thumb up. Also, if you are on the back, this is the way you will control your AC. So nice little feature, and it starts blowing. And you also have a nice view of the front. Another thing that I want to compliment are these S-line sport seats. They really hold you in one position and are extremely comfortable. Okay guys, so that was it, the first look at the new Audi Q8. I think Audi really nailed it with this one. If you like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, in the next review. Bye.